anything you can do to pump these guys up. Here's your race recap. So Shane McElrath had the motorsport.com hole shot. Ferrandis took a few laps to get going, but once he did, he didn't just get going, he was gone. He makes the move on his teammate here and would pull away from there. Great battles behind him. RJ Hampshire, Jeremy Martin went back and forth for a while, and then Chet Lawrence actually busted through. He passed Hampshire, he passed Martin, he passed McElrath. Then Hampshire gets around McElrath as well.
Yeah, Hampshire was riding good. McElrath, not one of his better motos, but unfortunately for RJ, look at this. Unbelievable he was able to walk away from that. So glad to see that. But that Rockstar Husqvarna is going to need some massive rebuilding done between motos. The front wheel was buckled. You're probably going to have to change the clamps, the whole subframe. And who knows, if the bike did stall, maybe they're going to switch the motor as well.
Yeah, that was to cause the crash potentially. There it is. Ferrandis takes the moto win, able to manage it, running his way over to the motorcycle and then to the pits. Here's your Lucas Oil race recap. So as you mentioned, CIANCIARULO was able to wrestle the lead from Osborne after the whole shot. Then he and Sexton went at it a couple times, so that Sexton had the pass made.
Yeah, I think Sexton had the pace to potentially win this one, but it looked like when he got around Adam fought right back, and then it's almost like he got stuck in that rut of following.
And then Osborne turns it up just past the halfway mark, and he went after the two rookies.
Yeah, beautifully stays low over there, gets to the outside, and able just to beat Sexton to the exit of the corner. A few turns later, dives up the inside, and then watch the drive. He gets off the backside of this jump, just front wheel barely touches the ground.
And that put Osborne in the #1 spot. He knew what to do with it from there. CIANCIARULO stayed with him, but not enough to threaten, and then down the stretch, Osborne wins it. Total gap 2.7 seconds. Lucas Oil race recap. Well, you almost always see Yamahas up front early in the 250 class. That's the case. Cooper had the early lead in the 32, but man, Ferrandis was on his game today.
Yeah, Ferrandis, Justin Cooper just sort of bounced towards the outside. Now looking at it again, he didn't plan on that. It just, the way the bike started hopping, left the door open. Ferrandis did not need a second invitation. Same section, couple laps later. Brotherly love right there as Jeremy gets around his brother Alex. They tangle. Alex goes down, loses a few valuable positions.
He would recover to finish up at the top 10. He was 7th. Late in the race, Jeremy Martin needs points. He's fighting Ferrandis for this title, just trying to get 3rd. He threw everything at Shane McElrath on the 12. Finally, with about 3 laps to go, takes that position over. Not Jeremy's best day as far as the results are concerned, but he left it all on the racetrack to just get whatever positions he could. Dylan Ferrandis rolled the entire way. 4 straight moto wins, 2 straight overalls. He is absolutely right at the ship. Best revenge is living well, and they did it right with the 1-1 today and got a bunch of points back in this championship. Here's your race recap. So here's the big moment. CIANCIARULO and MUSQUIN battling for the lead. They come together.
Yeah, I think Marv thought he had just enough to close the door, but I think obviously CIANCIARULO didn't want to surrender it. Fought for it. They end up tangling, going down, and then Osborne just grinding, fighting, gets alongside Marvin, who has to take the outside, puts Osborne on the inside, and that's enough to get the lead.
Yeah, and then we thought, well, that's it. He's got them. But then Eli Tomac, an unreal charge late. For the moment, he had the lead, but the split lane is designed to give it right back side by side. And that was as close as they would get. A few little mistakes in the as the white flag came out, allowed Osborne to open up a small gap. Like he said, it's almost impossible to hold off Tomac down the stretch, but he does it and wins the moto, and with it, 2 days overall. Here's your guaranteed rate results. MUSQUIN 3rd. Great ride by the very friendly Brit. Max Ansky on the HEP, Twisted T Suzuki in 4th. Sexton, Baggett, CIANCIARULO, Noren, Savachi, Craig. Top 10.